I think just the social media and the other stuff that comes with it, young folks like you, that's really going to push back on it.
If not, we got to make them real uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Even if it had to be the commissioner.
Yeah,
we have to make somebody has to be held accountable for this.
Yeah, I agree.
You know?
I agree.
So we got to make it real uncomfortable.
I agree.
Now, coming up next, we will see and we will hear what Donald Sterling did for Black History Month. We'll be right back.
This is the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. We want to hear from you at 973-327-3626 or log on to showmore.org to let us know your opinion.
A new kind of talk comes to South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience in April. Join award-winning journalist and civil rights activist Walter Fields weekly as he discusses being black in South Orange and Maplewood, race and the suburban experience. Black in the Burbs will examine public education, the treatment of black youths, police and community relations, and black business development and faith. The show will serve as a forum for community dialogue. Join Walter Fields on the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience for Real Talk coming in April.
Are you looking for a professional logo design for your website, brand, or business? Then we are the company you are looking for. We are professional graphic designers, and with our skills, we will design a perfect, high-quality logo for you. We work with standout concepts, nice contrasts, and color balance. Please let us know your text for use in logo, web address, color of logo that you want. We will design 3 variations of your logo for you to choose from for only $99.95, with 100% refund of your $99.95 if you're not satisfied. We provide fast delivery and professional design. We also design any size web banner ad for $35. Call us at 347-674-1680. That's 347-674-1680. An operator is standing by to take your call.
Do you want your kid to run faster with better running form and conditioning for his or her sport? Then Running Development Academy is the place for him or her. Our training packages fix their form and make them run faster. How about training to run a marathon or just run faster in your respective event? Maybe you just want to learn to run properly and lose weight in the process. Our trainers, a former 800 meters track Olympian and an 8 times world record holder in Masters Track and Field, will get you there. Don't delay. Sign up today at runningdevelopmentacademy.com or contact us at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444 to learn more.
Want to learn piano for kids? Then I recommend Wendy Goldstein School of Piano. Wendy Goldstein has been offering piano lessons since 1993 and teaches piano in a very natural way. An alumni of Manhattan School of Music, Wendy creates customized lesson plans for each student and helps bring music alive. Wendy provides you a convenient location, the best value, and the most fun way to learn piano. All ages are welcome and the first lesson is always free. Have questions? Call Wendy at 201-207-5169.
Want to take a cruise but don't have a U.S. visa? No problem. Cruise and Rail Travel are experts at cruises that do not require a U.S. visa. Visit www.cruiseandrail.net or call 868-631-8785. Find us on Facebook or drop us a tweet.
We are back with you. It's in the Village with Anselm and the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. Coming to you every Monday through Friday from 8 to 9:30 p.m. That's 8 to 9:30 p.m. You can reach us here at 973-327-3626. That's 973-327-3626. And with me tonight is 2 guests. And the reason why we have these 2 guests in here is coming soon, we're going to have the Newark Online Radio Experience. And Hanif and his dad, Rod Abubakar, is really going to be the guys, the drivers behind the Newark Online Radio Experience. And Hanif is really a big sports guy. And you know we have this Donald Sterling situation going on. But I just want you guys to take a listen to this ad that Donald Sterling had put out for Black History Month. Just listen to this audio here.
PYT Sports, everybody, Ben Mankiewicz. On Sunday, Oscar night, February 27th, not many people in Los Angeles paying attention to anything but the Oscars, but in the sports section, ran a curious ad taken out by the Los Angeles Clippers and their owner, Donald Sterling. Here's what the ad said. Full-page ad, again, in the sports section. Shows the owner, Donald Sterling, on the left, Blake Griffin, the great young star of the Clippers, on the right. Obviously, Blake Griffin is black. Clippers versus Houston, 7:30 p.m., Wednesday, March 2nd, 2011. In honor of Black History Month, the Clippers will admit 1,000 underprivileged children free. Child must be accompanied by a parent/guardian. Limit of 2 tickets per ad and 2 ads per family. Tickets are subject to availability! Tickets distributed at check-in table located at the Star Plaza entrance Staples Center starting at 5:30 to 7. Okay, so where to begin? Let's begin with pointing out that the game is Wednesday, March 2nd, and Black History Month is February. That's really point 1. Point 2, 1,000 underprivileged children. Are all black children underprivileged? Would white underprivileged children be admitted to this game? Would wealthy black children be admitted to this game in honor of Black History Month? Is Black History Month only for underprivileged black children? Would middle-class black children be admitted? Would a middle-class black child with a white parent guardian be admitted? How are we going to determine underprivileged status? Do your clothes have to be tattered? Do you have to have a sweatshirt that is sort of unclean? What if you have $22 in your pocket and you're a child? What constitutes children? By the nature of this ad, by the way, child must be accompanied by parent and guardian, but only the children get in free, so obviously what Donald Sterling is saying is the child gets in free, but that parent or guardian is going to have to buy a ticket. Underprivileged children aren't all black, you racist clown. And Black History Month was the month before. Now, a couple of facts about Donald Sterling. He has paid more than $2.5 million to settle housing discrimination allegations. Those discrimination allegations, pretty straightforward. He discriminated against black people in the apartments that he owns. He's also being sued by his former general manager, Elgin Baylor, who is black, for having a plantation mentality. Among the allegations that Elgin Baylor made is that Donald Sterling was accused of bringing women into the locker room while the players were showering, most of the players being black, and saying, "Look at those beautiful black bodies." But this is his way of making up for it here at Black History Month. Now, the Clippers have responded to this by saying, what are you talking about? We're just honoring Black History Month, honoring African Americans. And they're pointing out that, no, don't misunderstand. Now the Clippers are saying the parents will get in free. It's as simple as that. The event is a successful, well-intentioned effort on the owner's part to ensure that we give something meaningful to our community. It's as simple as that. That's what matters. Parents will accompany their children at no cost, and hundreds of families will benefit. So now it's the parents accompanying the children at no cost. That's obviously a change because it's not what it says here. Hundreds of families will benefit. So now, by the way, we're at hundreds of families will benefit. So now, apparently, the tickets will go to 1,000 parents and the children. That's how we'll get to 1,000. It's not 1,000 children and the parents. They're still only going to give 1,000 tickets away, but now it's families because they realize you can't force the other people to pay. Let me point out why it's in March, because my first thought was that this racist clown decided that it would be in March only because it occurred to him after the fact. But the reason why it's in March is because the Clippers had only 2 home games in February. They were on the road. They had like an 8-game road trip for most of the month. And those 2 home games in February were against the Chicago Bulls, one of the best teams in the East, and the Boston Celtics, one of the best teams in the East, and he didn't want to give away any free tickets to those games. So screw it. Let's just honor the underprivileged black people in March.
Unbelievable.
I just don't know what this. I mean, this has been out there now a long time. You know, I mean, the guy puts underprivileged.
Mm-hmm. That clip was from 3 years ago.
Yeah, it's a while ago.
Yeah. He listen here, man. It goes back again. We're gonna beat on it. That plantation ownership mentality.
That's exactly what it sounds like.
That's exactly what.
You couldn't make this stuff up in 2014. It literally sounds like a plantation mentality, like something out of Roots. Like he would take, he took the females in the locker room. Yeah. Like, look at these big black bucks.
That's exactly.
Look at it. He's a strong one. Look at this big one.
Yeah. They work for me. Look at this one. They work for me. That's the mentality.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
That this was released. Exactly. Why was nothing done?
Nothing done. Because you let them get away back in the 80s. That's why nothing's been done. You let them get away with it. Yep. You don't spank the child then. He grown now. What you gonna do to him now? You gonna have to. It's the harder to whip him now. You know, it's harder to beat on him. Mm-hmm. You didn't punish him then. You didn't teach him then. Now he's a grown adult. Now you want to try to teach him? Come on.
I have profound respect for Commissioner Stern. The way he made this game a global game, and what he has done for player salaries, player recognition, and etc. But he dropped the ball with this one,
big time.
Yeah,
big time for years.
He actually dropped the ball
because the money was. Listen, you know how to go, Anselm. When you're making money, listen. Let's just make some money. We'll take care of that old. This is their mentality. It probably was. He's over there. He got a sorry team. He's a little crazy, but he's in our family. So just leave him alone. That's the mentality they may have taken. But now, the cuckoo is out the bag now. He's really became of age, and this is what you're dealing with.
And the thing about it is this. I hear people saying all the time, well, we got to wait to see if it's his voice. It's his voice. Come on.
That's the legal, that's the legally.
But listen, he said it's his voice.
Yeah, come on.
Listen, he's gonna pay off this woman.
Exactly
right.
Exactly.
But it's not my voice.
Yeah,
that's exactly
somebody else's voice.
Yeah. What they have done, they have digitized my voice. They have used someone else's voice.
Exactly.
And digitized my voice into that person's voice.
That's exactly right.
And that's another Donald Sterling.
Yep.
Who is? As a matter of fact, there was a mistake made today on radio. There's a guy named John Sterling who calls the Yankees game.
Yeah, the announcer.
The announcer. And a person calls up and say, they should do this to John Sterling. And the guy said, no,
not me, huh?
That's the Yankees guy. Yeah. This is Donald Sterling. Yeah. So it's like, it's his voice.
It's his voice. It's just.
Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think that's just the legal realm. That's the legal talk. We got to make sure we got to that type of stuff. But I'm sure.
And it's alleged.
Yeah.
It's alleged that he made these statements.
That's exactly right. That's exactly what you have to say.
Even if it wasn't his voice this time, somehow.
Yeah.
They had plenty of evidence to do something about it in the past. Okay. Yeah. Say if this time it wasn't him somehow. Yeah. You still had plenty of evidence to do something.
Yeah, his history.
Just the history, man.
Yeah, his history.
This guy's past, it is so way out there to the left. Yeah. It's like way out there that,
Oh, no, way to the right. Way to the right, brother. That cat there, him and Brother Bundy from Nevada, you could put them two on the porch, man.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Andy.
Is it the league's fault for sweeping this under the rug, or is it kind of our fault as well for not knowing? For not doing our own personal research.
Great question.
Like for example, do you think those players that signed with him recently, these recent years, did they have no clue?
Nah,
you think they had no clue?
Yeah, I think
no
about
clue. Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, those guys, they had zero clue.
Yeah, I don't think they had. I don't know, but I don't think they would have known that he's this type of guy
to this extent.
Yeah. They might have known he have done some things in the past. They know he's a very cheap owner.
Right.
They know that. That's why nobody didn't want to go to the Clippers.
Exactly.
And he did some things with Baron Davis.
Right.
That was sort of public.
Yeah.
They have known that. And the Elgin Baylor thing was kind of public.
Yeah.
Right.
But they didn't think it was to that extreme.
Not like this.
Another thing, honey, that's the technology. Nobody had this on tape. So when that's irrefutable evidence. You know what I'm trying to say? That's a real tough thing. It's one thing to say, I heard this, I heard that.
You can argue that he said, she said. You can argue that.
When you put that stuff on tape,